Jeanne Louise Calment was a French supercentenarian who had the longest confirmed human lifespan on record, living to the age of 7002122000000000000000000 years, 700216400000000000000 days. She lived in Arles, France, for her entire life, outliving both her daughter and grandson by several decades. Calment became especially well known from the age of 113, when the centenary of Vincent van Gogh's visit brought reporters to Arles. Calment became the last living documented person born in the 1870s when the Japanese supercentenarian Tane Ikai died on July 12, 1995. Her lifespan has been thoroughly documented by scientific study. More records have been produced to verify her age than in any other case. Early life. Calment was born in Arles on February 21, 1875. Her father, Nicolas Calment, was a shipbuilder, and her mother, Marguerite Gillis, was from a family of millers. She had an older brother, François. Some of her close family members also lived an above-average lifespan, although none lived anywhere near as long as Jeanne. Her older brother François lived to the age of 97, her father to 6 days shy of 93, and her mother to 86. According to Calment, she met Vincent van Gogh at the age of 13, when he came into her father's shop to buy paints in 1888. She found him to be dirty, badly dressed and disagreeable. Personal life. In 1896, at the age of 21, she married her double second cousin, Fernand Nicolas Calment, a wealthy store owner. Their paternal grandfathers were brothers, hence the same surname, and their paternal grandmothers were also sisters. His wealth made it possible for Calment never to have to work. Instead she led a leisured lifestyle, pursuing hobbies such as tennis, cycling, swimming, roller skating, piano, and opera. Fernand died in 1942 at the age of 73 after eating a dessert prepared with spoiled cherries. Their only child, a daughter named Yvonne Marie Nicole Calment, produced a grandson, Fra copyright Dow copyright Rick Billiot, on December 23, 1926. Yvonne died at age 35 from pneumonia, after which Calment raised Fra copyright Dow copyright Rick herself. Fra copyright Dow copyright Rick became a doctor, but died at age 36 in an automobile accident on August 13, 1963. In 1965, at age 90 and with no heirs, Calment signed a deal to sell her former apartment to lawyer André Copyright from a section Raffray, on a contingency contract. Raffray, then aged 47 years, agreed to pay her a monthly sum of 2,500 francs until she died. Raffray ended up paying Calment the equivalent of more than $180,000, which was more than double the apartment's value. After Raffray's death from cancer at the age of 77, in 1995, his widow continued the payments until Calment's death. During all these years, Calment used to say to them that she competed with Methuselah. Recognition. In 1985, Calment moved into a nursing home, having lived on her own until age 110. Her international fame escalated in 1988, when the centenary of Vincent van Gogh's visit to Arles provided an occasion to meet reporters. She said at the time that she had met Van Gogh 100 years before, in 1888, as a 13-year-old girl in her father's fabric shop, where he wanted to buy some canvas, later describing him as dirty, badly dressed and disagreeable, and very ugly, ungracious, impolite, sick. Calment recalled selling colored pencils to Van Gogh, and seeing the Eiffel Tower being built. At the age of 114, she appeared briefly in the 1990 film Vincent and Me as herself, becoming the oldest actress ever to appear in a motion picture. A documentary film about her life, entitled Beyond 120 Years with Jeanne Calment, was released in 1995. In 1996, Time's Mistress, a 4-track CD of Calment speaking over a background of rap, was released. On her 122nd birthday on February 21, 1997, it was announced that she would make no more public appearances, as her health had seriously deteriorated. Jean-Marie Robin, the French demographer and gerontologist, said that this away her to die, as the attention had kept her alive. She died on August 4 of that same year. Both before and after Calment's death, there have been several claims to have surpassed her age, but none of them has been proven, and Calment therefore continues to hold the record for the oldest verified person ever. Record-breaking, after her 1988 interview, at age 113, Calment was given the Guinness title World's Oldest Living Person. However, in 1989, the title was withdrawn and given to Carrie C. White of Florida, who was claimed to have been born in 1874, although this has been discounted by subsequent census research. On White's death on February 14, 1991, Calment, then a week shy of 116, became the oldest recognized living person. On October 17, 1995, Calment reached 120 years and 238 days to become the oldest person ever according to Guinness, surpassing Shigekiyo Izumi of Japan, whose claim has since been discounted. Calment was believed to have been the first person verified to have reached 115 years of age, although Augusta Hulse has since been verified to have reached this age before her. She is also the only person verified to have lived for 120 or more years. The person who came closest to this age was Sarah Norse of the United States, reaching 119 years, 97 days on her death on December 30, 1999. Calment also holds the record for being the oldest living person for the longest period of time, by far with nearly 9 years and 7 months, counting from the death of Florence Knapp on January 11, 1988, to her own death on August 4, 1997. Calment broke the record for longest confirmed lifespan by over 7 years. Breaking a previous record for age by that amount was, in itself, a record. Before Calment, the only person who had surpassed a former longest confirmed lifespan by more than 1 year, was Delena Filkins, who became the first 113-year-old in 1928. Filkins surpassed the by then longest confirmed lifespan by just over 2 years. Health and lifestyle. Calment's remarkable health presaged her later record. At age 85, she took up fencing, and continued to ride her bicycle up until her 100th birthday. She was reportedly neither athletic nor fanatical about her health. Calment lived on her own until shortly before her 110th birthday, when it was decided that she needed to be moved to a nursing home after a cooking accident started a small fire in her house. However, Calment was still in good shape, and continued to walk until she fractured her femur during a fall at age 114 years 11 months, which required surgery. Calment smoked cigarettes from the age of 21 to 117, though according to an unspecified source, she smoked no more than 2 cigarettes per day towards the end of her life. After her operation, Calment needed to use a wheelchair. In 1994, age 119, she weighed 45 kilograms. Calment ascribed her longevity and relatively youthful appearance for her age to a diet rich in olive oil, as well as a diet of port wine, and ate nearly 1 kilogram of chocolate every week. Calment reportedly remained mentally intact until her very end. On August 4, 1997, at 22:45 Central European Time, Calment died, aged 122. After her death, 116-year-old Marie-Louise Mueller became the oldest recognized living person. Verification, exceeding any other longevity case reported, Calment establishes the record as the most verifiable supercentenarian ever recorded. Beginning with the 1876 census, she was indexed within 14 census documents until 1975. She was still managing independently at the time. See also: Aging, Iromen Kimura, the oldest verified male, list of French supercentenarians, list of the verified oldest people, longevity claims, longevity myths, maximum lifespan, oldest people, senescence, references. Further reading: Allard, Michel. Lebrun, Victor. Robine, Jeanne Marie. Calment, Jeanne. Jeanne Calment, From Van Gogh's Time to Us: 122 Extraordinary Years. New York, W. H. Freeman. ISBN A0-7167-3251-3. Robine, Jeanne Marie. Allard, Michelle. June, Bernard. Vaupal, James W., ed. Jeanne Calment, Validation of the Duration of Her Life. Validation of Exceptional Longevity. Odense University Press. ISBN A87-7838-466-4. External links: Jeanne Calment at the Internet Movie Database, Jeanne Calment discography at Music Brains, image gallery of Jeanne Calment from aged 20 to aged 122.